All right, Grand Rising, everyone. Welcome back. It's Shay Seeking or Shalonda, and from American Empress Unchained here on YouTube. And yeah. So I feel like there's, mm, yeah, a lot of this energy of like a beauty and brains and other things that you bring to the table, I guess. And again, I feel like at this point in time in my life, I don't. I did a video I think like a year and a half ago, maybe called beauty over brains, right? So again, I feel like again, just also to combat this energy of some of us women that have been targeted or surveilled with or without our knowledge or even knowing how or when or where or whatever. Okay. It is a way to try to judge these women as if they're selling themselves off, right, by their beauty or their body, when a lot of these women are not even aware that they're being recorded, where they're being recorded, how they're being evaluated, who has access to their information, who has access to them. You see what I'm saying? Again, we're dealing with things that are seen and unseen. We're dealing with forces that are here and then those that are alien, right? Or foreign or not of this world, possibly, right? So again, when it comes to this, you have to be able to go up and take a elevated, like, kind of look to this. So again, you would have to be a part of this. So a lot of people on the outside looking in won't know much about this, right? They're always going to judge or look at you or try to make you feel less of yourself. I'm just like to the point where it's just like, I don't want anyone recording me without my knowledge. I don't want these things, but I would never put myself out there like that. But me being naked in my home, thinking that it's private or not really sure or accurate, as to what or where these people might be surveilling me or who gave them permission to enter my home and do this. Is it the people closest to me? Is it my mother? Is it people that have some kind of conservatorship over me? Is it this supposed to be husband? What is it? If I leave this place and when I go somewhere else, are they still going to be doing this? So my reason for bringing these things forward and not being embarrassed about it if this is going on with me is to expose these type of things here. Okay. To say, well, whatever you're doing, I don't give a fuck. I'm still going to tell the truth. You see what I'm saying? You can try to bind me or do all these things, but I'm tired of these. Now that I've awakened to the fact that this shit, it's on many different levels here. Okay. I know that I have a lot to offer. The reason why masculines come and stay, especially, well, I think they're saying that about money and stuff like that. The reason why I'm driven towards powerful men, regardless. All right. This could be just a regular everyday dude that stands in his full power, that knows himself and is willing to elevate and change and things like this. So again, I'm drawn to powerful beings, people that have more to offer, the things that you don't see. It's the essence of a person, the works of a person. You see what I'm saying? It will never have to do with their finances first for me. And then in this case, these men were drawn or brought into my life in a sense. I didn't go seeking these particular men or these two goats or the masculine that again has been very even with just one person working and one person staying home has been able to be very successful and abundant by being with me and me not being one of those materialistic women that just like to spend and want all these expensive things to fit in with the Joneses. The reason why to stay home and be able to save money on daycare and things like this, because I didn't want anyone taking care of my children. Okay. So again, I have a lot more. Anybody that's around me knows that I have more to offer. It just seems that those women are set off in the corner or hidden so that they can be used rather than used and possibly abused by others, right? Because when you have somebody hiding behind the scenes, others can come behind the scenes and try to dip into whatever this is. So it depreciates the value of a precious woman or a precious jewel. And I wonder if these masculines see it that way, or these players in this game see it this way. I call it space age pimping, right? Because there's something else that we don't see going on here. Okay. Satellite energy. It's just something else that's very well, I wouldn't even say it's secret. Well, I think it is. I think that again, this is very dangerous to know this information. Is dangerous to come forward with this type of information here. All right. So it's easy for people to look in and think that they can judge the situation when you're not a part of it. You're just an outsider looking in. Same thing how we would have looked at celebrities a couple years ago before the crash. Okay. It's all biblical. It's all been prophesied by me on this channel. There are people, it doesn't matter how old you are, how young you are, how successful you are or not, if you're as above or so below, if you are rich or poor, it doesn't, just like it says in that verse, that's going to cause all men, rich, poor, this, that, and that, and that, and that, to what? So at the end of the day, it doesn't have anything to do with that. It doesn't have to do with, it's about my purpose, my journey, what I'm here to do. And I need to link up with people that's also able to do those particular things. Or if I have something and they have something, we're supposed to be able to put those things together. You know what I'm saying? I was just watching a little clip on Instagram with Darla and Alfalfa. And how he was like, oh, what's mine is yours and what's yours, that cute little verse or whatever that was on that movie. But yeah, so again, I do feel like, don't get it twisted. I'm a woman that really stands my ground, right? A warrior empress, right? Okay, but at the same time, I do feel like I've been taken down a notch by these masculines playing games, or them not being mature enough to step up and say or be already authentic or full of whatever it is here. Okay, so again, that puts me in a dangerous situation, being someone that's a loner and can't trust your own family members, your mother. Like we were talking about that chapter we did it on, I can't remember what chapter we were in, but it was saying that all of this person's riches are in the sea, right? And it reminded me of that bucket of blue paint that was going out into the sea from that image of that card last night, and how the Democratic administration, I feel, has played a large part in, like, see, because some of us don't know how valuable and how abundant we are financially, because these are things in trust and wills and things that we don't know about. We don't know how to gain access sometimes to these things, so people can take advantage of that. That's that energy of these masculines. You know, I feel like I feel somebody in my energy. Source kind of shows me who might be in my energy right now, and they're trying to get to me. They're trying to get in and stay there for a certain amount of time so that they can break off a piece of the abundance or whatever. It could be your essence. It could be, you know what I'm saying, taken away from your essence or financial things that you have. Now, these women can be poor as hell. These women can be people that don't have a place to stay right now. They're having to settle in a situation right now to even just be somewhat safe, you know, to settle, okay? Because they don't have access to their own gifts that have been left over from the ancestors and from the world, okay? Other people are using them as a cash cow, right? Or using them for the, so when it said that these riches are caught up in the gale force winds, it reminded me of my supposed mother energy on this plane, right? The supposed birth mother, because you have your earthly mothers, your birth mother, your, you know what I'm saying, like this, okay? Then the first lady would be a sense of a mothering energy as well, a hovering or a deep state, or, you know, that entity. So the world card energy, she is someone, or even the Queen of Wands is someone who, it goes deeper. These are people that may have something to do with another dimension, these men that are of power in this realm or in this world, right? So now everything's crashing down. The things that you should have gained from being that Marilyn Monroe or that energy or that Mona Lisa energy, you know what I'm saying, is being dispersed amongst other people. Everybody's trying to come around you and get in. You're not allowing these people, but the world, right? And when the seer community comes around and tells you about things that that seems familiar to you, but you weren't there. You don't know about these things, but there's something in the back of your mind saying, in the subconscious somewhere, this may be happening to me. You see what I'm saying? So it's easy to be looking in and out, but you as a person, you're in this so-called real world, you're not a part of any of that. You haven't signed any contracts. You don't know about any marriages, but again, in the background or behind the scenes, that's why I feel like some of us have been damaged some kind of way with our subconscious or the way that we see. Some things have been erased or removed or taken away or whatever when it comes to, so it's like that men are from Mars, women are from Venus energy. But they have to derail that Venus energy. They have to knock it down a notch. Almost like, you know, I remember somebody saying something like they were working on something. Now this they were talking about something else, but again, that second sight told me that this may be also considered to be looking at something in this manner when it comes to these temples, okay? Somebody was working on a temple or whatever, and they said, your temple is like 10 whatever too high. You know, we need to knock it down a notch. So I think that all these missiles, all these attacks, all of these tarot readers and all these other people, these truthers and stuff that are bombarding right now with this Eight of Wands energy, sending in all these fast and slow attacks, right? That would affect somebody else. But again, source built me different. You see what I'm saying? Where that shit is not going to affect me. Where at one point in time, I would be probably want to bury myself under the fucking ground if I thought somebody was recording my body or something like that. Like, it would be the most embarrassing. So it's almost like you have to imagine yourself naked already in front of a crowd to even continue on, right? So that would have been a death of me at some point in time. But again, sitting down these 2 years, being attacked and also being coddled at the same time with source's arms around me, all right, has made me stronger than fucking ever, right? Ready to face anything. Is that fearless energy that Nina Simone was talking about. It's that limitless fucking energy. I can do anything. If people say, that people like Mr. West is crazy for saying things like that. But again, when you step into that energy, nobody can't tell you nothing. It's just what it is. So again, yes, there's been some embarrassing things. I tried to put those behind me and keep on moving forward because I don't know who to trust. I don't know which one of these entities, there's supposed to be a savior complex here. But then again, I was reading in the Carl Jung's The Lost Scriptures or Lost Gospel about this dancing savior. Okay. And I feel like this is also the energy of me. People, it's something about dancing or watching someone move or, this just like this muse energy here. Okay. I would think that that's more of a feminine energy. Maybe even the dance is a little bit different, more indie. I see like an indie energy here as well. So again, just getting to know thyself and standing in that. Like, I know I have a lot, like, just, it's like almost like whatever it's like almost that jack of all trades, but you never really had that assistance from somebody that knows how to get you there. Okay. And I feel like, again, in some instances, some of these people were sent to get me there, but they got over on me. Okay. Other women and other energies got in the influence. So my time to play that most high energy, being the first probably woman, right? Okay. Being able to do this, these people had taken an advantage. Also turning the transgender energy or group against, that's a very powerful energy, right? Now, this is nothing personal against those people. I'm talking about the agenda that's pushed, the narrative, okay? That can, in a minute, kind of erase somebody because these people are, very powerful as a group, as a whole. So if they even catch wind of you, people are going to get in their feelings and they're going to automatically attack. But I see it going over my head or at my side, like that 10,000 falling here and there with their bullshit. They don't like that I can read between the headlines. They don't like that I can read between the lines when we're talking about the biblical text. It's almost like it is my story, along with the others, if they know themselves and they can find themselves in it. So again, you should not be flattered by someone. And that whole thing of forgiveness, I feel like that was an agenda, again, to get people to forgive people that did them so wrong that they shouldn't be forgiven. And in this instance, I'm looking at this energy with this first masculine, this Taurus energy that may even be Scorpio Taurus energy. Okay. As to there's some sense of, is there going to be some forgiveness? And I say, I can't even all the way fully allow that until I know the truth, until somebody is ready to face me. Right. And even if that person is no longer here, if this is one of these people that I felt like has passed on, maybe there's just been a message of somebody that you really care about is not there anymore, honey. They're not. Right. But they were trying to get to you at some point in time. And even then, now these people have taken advantage. Right. Another feminine energy or a black widow energy, someone else that he was attached to may have done something, a baby mother or someone he was married to in a common law or some other type of marriage or binding ritual here. And at the end of the day, the relationship or the marriage that we had was so long ago that people were able to hide that part. And then all of these other 3 women were able to gain some type of abundance from this here. Okay. I'm telling you, this is like a multiplicity kind of energy here. Okay. A doppelganger, replica kind of energy I feel going on here. That they didn't want me to get back with this person because this was actual true love, right? But don't get it twisted. I'm sitting here thinking that this is the energy here that I'm sitting next to, but I can't help to see that they don't look. It's something is not the same here. So this is kind of like a miraculous something, like otherworldly. Maybe it's I was put through this to tell this story. But again, this can be looked at as an act of war or nuclear war, because we are somewhat the nuclear, um, again, conductors, right? Or we are those missiles. Other people are those missiles that are coming against these sources of energy right now. Okay, that's why we're talking so much about fossil fuel and energy in the Earth's core heating up and global warming. That all shit has to is centered around Mother Earth, the Gaia energy here. That's here. Okay, that's that most high energy on this plane. And I think the father, like the air energy, has to do with the wind, the air, or even airs or whatever, that father time, or the sky god daddy energy. Not that there's a castle up there in the clouds, but I'm just saying that's he's the conduit or something of that type of motion, of that current flow of maybe weather or that type of energy. Okay, so I'm wondering if we are those. It is that energy of ye are gods, and I can see certain traits in certain people in the storyline that source shows me, where I can see where their energy lies, but it's just still always leads back to this energy that I'm dealing with right now, being that all energy, and everybody wants it. Everybody wants it, like to a point where I won't even get a chance to really experience the full essence of it, because people will want to take you down in order to get it. This is, again, when we're talking about in Enoch, this is the things that, even if we talk about them publicly, people talk about monks and stuff like that. And like I was hearing something with Bobby Hemmett, a clip earlier, about these monks been sitting here in solitude and doing all this meditating for so long, and nothing has fucking changed. And that's what I was saying about people saying be silent or plead the fifth or whatever. But it'll seem like some attacks will come, but it still feels like every time they do, I just take those fucking stones and build something else, because no stone that they have built without the cornerstone or without me is going to stand. So they're scrambling to see how they can pay back, if they want to pay back, if they'll just take this person out. What the fuck is they going to do? Because we're talking about a whole lot of fucking money in here. All right. We're talking about people close by and things being used as these conduits or these conductors of this energy as well. You'll notice that when you're on to something and you're really coming up with something, maybe you're speaking on something, you'll notice that some of these people that are bothered by your energy, okay, they think you better than people, but you see yourself as everybody else, but you're just here to do something and you're going to do that. All right. But these people are bothered by that energy, by your light. This could be family, friends, children, co-workers, whoever the fuck it is. They're being used as these are, I say, acts of war, okay, against humanity. And these people are used as weapons of mass distraction or destruction here. Okay. So again, plan for a fool. The thing is, me protecting myself or finding that group of people that can help me understand these types of things better to protect myself before I go back into any type of union or any kind of agreement here. Because people are taking just your regular words that you're speaking in private and using them in a court of law, or to get some type of settlement or some type of something here. Okay, it's not fair. It's unjust. It's ridiculous. Okay. And again, it's going to take to be connected with a soul tribe that knows how to handle these situations in order to get this back. But it's almost like somebody wants something. It's like, break me off a piece of you that you can't get back in order for me to help you. Nobody is just rushing in. See, and that's why I say there is no other savior but you, because you have to realize these things first in order to even get to another level, in order to link up with the people that will be able to help you grow or understand these things here. So yes, I do feel like a fool lots of times, because these people always have a hand up on me. They know me better than I know me. Do you understand what I'm saying? This is a way to kind of also scapegoat people. And if something goes wrong, it all falls on me. Like there's a lyrics in a song that says, if it all goes down, it falls on me. But I feel like these other groups, it's like that Shemyaza in them. All right. And Enoch, where this person said, I'm afraid it's all going to fall on me. So this is why, again, this happened lifetime after lifetime, where me and this energy, or somebody, this could have been my grandmother in this energy, that could have been, what I'm saying, it's a reoccurring energy, the Helena energy, a Helena Troy, that's again within the family, right? So it's making me think that we're playing these things out again. And yes, okay, one second. And so again, but I feel like the Akashic is opened. Again, we're in revolution. We're in Revelations, and it's talking about that's an unveiling or a revealing of something. And when it's talking about, goodness, what was I about to say? The books are open in Revelations. That means you're Akashic, right? So people can dabble in your business, try to exploit you or talk about your business. It's just a very nosy, like that. I swear these bitches nosy. They want the tea on me, right? They want the tea on me. And that's the energy. Like I feel like again, this masculine was in at some point in time from his dealings with these feminine energies. And now because of our dealings, these bitches is in my energy and they want to know what the fuck is going on. Now, if it's helpful and if you're taking that and you're doing something to turn that around to help us, to help me or help us in order to help humanity, okay. But if you're trying to tear somebody down because you jealous of that spot that you will never fucking be able to achieve. Nobody knows the full anything of me. They think because they've been watching me for 2 years while I've been bombarded and also carrying this burden of the 10 of wands, right? With my head almost down, trying to figure this shit out, that you know me. You don't know me. You don't know me. And that's what I'm saying. I have way more to offer. Again, we're in a situation here where people are being used as weapons against you. So again, when it comes to cooking and things that people may see a woman do or whatever, I've always done that. I've been 22 fucking years doing that, 23 years or something doing that every day, cooking breakfast, lunch, you know what I'm saying? But this 2 years or whatever, where I feel like they've been exploiting whatever I'm doing in private, you know what I'm saying? I've been really focused and centering myself on just this, being this vessel here that Source has been dealing with to talk about information. It's almost like how people say, oh, put God first before everything, even your children. But you never really realize what you're really talking about at that time. But when somebody actually does do that, they're being judged for doing so. Where you might not have this regular schedule as everybody else. You may not, you know what I'm saying, get up and do these things. For me, I started taking showers at nighttime in the dark because I feel like, you know what I'm saying, there's some kind of something, somebody's watching or something. There's different things here that are going on that people can't see, and you will never be able to fathom them because you're not a part of what the fuck it is. But it's for the whole. See, and that's that crabs in the barrel. People want to take you down and tear you down, right? Instead of assisting you when it comes to this thing here. Because everybody wants to have the top spot. Everybody wants to be the one that changed it. Everybody wants to, but what they're doing is putting weight and weighing down the actual energy that is that energy. They're attacking God, the living God energy on this plane right now. They know not what the fuck they do, but that's what they're doing. This energy is here to be embraced and also help with people that are already in positions, the powers that should be. There's many people that should be in their positions and there's powers that shouldn't. And then those little apples spoil the whole fucking bunch. If the head is sick, you see what I'm saying? Then what are we talking about the body? What if the head is not sick and it's the body, because the body is supposed to know how to operate, and the administration is supposed to know how to operate as well. And what if they're doing something to keep, again, if they're fucking with me, they're fucking with the masculine. Now, what if they're doing something like this and this all going to fall on him when it's really the body that's fucked up? See, because the body is the body that decided to go against the queen bee. Because these bitches wanted to be it. So there's a lot of women that are enlisted and being cared for, possibly, and exalted by this masculine energy because he thinks that they're helping, but they're actually hurting it, because if they're hurting me, then they're hurting you. And that's we that are supposed to come together and do something bigger than this. But they have this person scared to be with me or scared to approach me or not trusting me in that sense. When we were built, again, from children, I feel, to do this. You've been used in different ways or whatever that you don't even really realize here behind the scenes. So it is a thing, but it's like you're damned if you do and you're damned if you don't. And again, I'm okay with playing the fool at least once, right? I'm okay with somebody actually showing works that shows me that, but it's also a scary thing because like the devil is going to come in with that energy as well, right? In a helpful or some kind of way here. But all they're doing is feeding off of you, right? But also, is this an energy of Source seeing that I have not been doing these things that these people are saying? Some of these things are just being projected on me, or holographic energy showing what supposedly might be me, but it's not actually me, right? And so again, him coming in and putting his arms around me and saying, it's okay, I got this. I see what the fuck is going on. Or them, the ancestors as well. So this is the things that, again, man will not understand all of these things. So even if we're speaking about these things, why can't we speak about them? The people that shouldn't know right? They're not going to be able to fathom it or gather this thing. And it doesn't have to do with your race. I'm sorry. Your so-called race. There's some people that's not going to understand this because these are, again, so they're going to be bothered by this. That's like people secretly hating on you or secretly cheering you on while everybody else is hating on you. And then there's a dangerous situation because there's also people with their arms stretched out for you to come their way, for them to help you, but they really want to harm you. It's a very deep fucking situation for just it's almost like the Incredibles or something, or one of these shows where these people are like really spies or something, you know what I'm saying? Or they're coming into finding out that their parents are spies and they're learning the craft. But I don't want to use that term spy. I'm just saying it's like somebody that has some type of intel. You're different, okay? You've been built different, all right? To come back and avenge whatever the fuck this is that's going on in this world today. But something is keeping us apart. Doubt, self-doubt, all these things here. So I've conquered all those things. It's just who is my team? Who is my home team? Who can I trust? Am I willing to risk something to go towards that? Yes. But every time I feel like these energies are reaching out their hands, there's not a solid grasp there. Okay. There's not a solid grasp there. So it makes me think, are these people still playing games with me? Is this person hiding from me because they don't want to harm me? Because they've been sent in now as bait to harm me because things have changed because I've woken up or I've found out, cracked the code or something. You know, it's a very fucking dangerous situation to me. Because again, if these people know exactly where you are, they can see what you're doing, but you can't see what these people are doing. You don't know where they are. That's a fucking dangerous situation when children and, small children and things like that within family dynamics are involved. And I refuse to leave this motherfucker without handling this, without exposing it. Again, I feel like this whole energy of the high priestess energy, we are the ones that birth the nations. We are the seeds come from us. This is why we can sense these things. We can sense these things when something's wrong, something's pulling your attention. This may be your heavenly or your spirit babies, right? It's even an energy of Amenadale in Lucifer when he he wanted to take the baby from the therapist or whatever, right? And take the baby into heaven or the silver city or whatever the fuck. Okay. This is what I'm saying. How many of us are tethered to our children that have been, our grapes or our, with these harvests? Because this is like almost like that harvest. I'm telling you, if you want to know what it is, Jupiter ascending is what it is. She was the least likely one, the maid, the one that, it's almost like a Cinderella story, but not really with the dress and everything. And then the brother wanted to marry her, but then this person wanted to be around, and this brother wanted to kill her, and the sister wanted, she I don't know what it was about that sister, the feminine energy there. But I'm thinking something about the fountain of youth, because again, this woman is going to hold something here. Okay. And I keep hearing something about a fountain of youth energy here. And that's that energy of everybody wants that. It's not because of her beauty, actually. It's because of the essence of her. It has nothing really even to do with her beauty. This is, again, body may not be perfect, but again, you love yourself still. But I'm just saying that this is something else. This is about the essence of a woman. And there's only one like it. They didn't make two. But see, some people want their cake and eat it too. I refuse to be sitting here in that situation. I want to know the truth. This is not a regular everyday story here. Somebody is benefiting while other people are hurting or being hurt. It's that cash cow isolated island energy here. And then this person ends up taking the fall for it. You get too smart and too crafty. You realize too much. They want to lock you up, even and get you to do something that may be called a crime, or lock you up in some insane asylum. Again, we did the video on how they were doing that to women in the 1800s. Again, I know what I'm talking. I don't miss when I'm talking about my information. I'm dealing directly with source, if not source itself. And I'm not afraid to speak that because I know that. And I dare someone to touch that. It'll be the last fucking thing. That's why I can also be fearless. And when it's time, it's time. And I think about that part about no one can move Israel or Zion but source. But again, what if this source energy is an energy of a fathering energy or some other energy that doesn't like your shine and also wants to take that away from you? Where everything was okay when you're just a at-home mom, or when you're not taking care of yourself, or you don't feel value of yourself. And as soon as you do, they want to replace you. Okay. So again, that it will take a strong man, some man that has also done the work and went down that road in order to, with that temperance, to get that crown at the top of the mountain here, in order to be fully trusted, because they've done that work. And so they can appreciate you, and they actually rooting for you. Now, all their family and friends may not be, but this is again, when a man leaves his parents or his mother and father and cleaves to his wife. All right. That energy. So this is almost like Peter Pan and that forever child energy. Maybe this person thought that they were robbing from somebody rich to give to the poor, but the poor wants to, it's also the poor, okay? Or it's also these groups of people that we're fighting for that also wants to, devour you, okay? So again, I feel like it's just time for all the games to not be played anymore. Like this is the time is ticking, time is running out. And if it's running out for me, I think this person thinks they're going to get away with this time, but it's also running out for you or them. It's hard to see if the Taurus slash maybe Scorpio is playing me like a fiddle here. It's hard for me to discern people that I care about, like I told y'all before, what their motives are or what they have hiding behind the veil. Okay. But when it comes to that elevated status of, I can't remember memories that I've had again with these higher ups, but I know the sense of it is there. All right. And they know. Okay. So again, when it comes to the Gemini, I think that they betrayed me at some point in time. And if we talk about the Scorpio, it's hard for me to discern as well. I think if anything, the Scorpio could have walked away for something else, realizing that that's not where it is. Keep on doing it over and over again and realizing that that's not what it is. But I feel like it's not their fault. I feel like they're dealing with those brooding vipers, or those viperous women that want to take. And then they want to project that onto the Empress. When the Empress cares about this person, they don't even know the history of whatever the relationship is between that energy and this Empress. They don't know that this energy is more of a hermit energy and has been watching and hovering over and protecting this, and put this feminine energy on a pedestal before she even knew him. Do you understand what I'm saying? So again, they know that part. Some of these people may even know that part now because of it's been revealed possibly through this channel or somewhere else, right? So they want to chisel at that. They want to break that apart. They want to break me down. They want to break that apart, and they want what I have. And I'm not letting nobody take that. Also, this is source telling me to fight to the death for what the fuck you want was yours. You know what I'm saying? But also there's all these cases that are secretly going on where what I'm saying may be damaging here. Okay. But if I don't say anything, then nothing's happening. These people are just having these cases and walking, paying these lawyers and judges off and walking out. And I'm saying, no, we're going to snatch that shit back. Right. It's already been written what I feel is due to me. It just so happens that these people may not want to give it up. They will take you the fuck out, or try to, before they do. So nobody's playing a fool here. And I'm not shallow enough to think that it's just looks, because again, it took me up until now, again, like the past 2 years, to even think about myself or want to look at myself naked or feel comfortable, or again, even think of wanting somebody to love me naked, like that song. So again, it's never been that for me. I'm just, like I said, my hands are fucking clean. Besides regular stuff that everybody has their own skeletons in their closet, nobody's saying they're perfect. But when it comes to my journey here, okay, from the point where source set me down to now, they can't touch me. They can't. I've already been made new or clean. And I feel like whatever communication between men and this masculine is getting messed up by this large group of people that have gathered and rallied together to make sure that this communication or this union doesn't happen. Some of them want it for themselves. Some of them, just don't want it for you. whatever. Some of them got wrapped up into it and did something to use or abuse you where they're going to be caught or found out or jailed possibly. I don't give a fuck who it is. You see what I'm saying? But I know that some of these things that the masculine had to do in my okay, that has been ordained by source in order to get us this far. I feel like he's been put in more of a, that's why I'm more concerned about that energy. Been put in more positions where to be taken over or consumed by his friends or people that really don't care about them, that are around them, that know when I come in, that shit is going to be shut the fuck down. There ain't going to be no using, because this energy here is a protector of that, of masculine energy. It is almost like the protector of Pharaoh. So there can be jealousy there as well, because I deal with different entities and different energies here. Man tried to dabble in and do something with AI with this, but again, what source has done, it takes it's it can knock all that shit down. And that's what I think the agenda is. That's what I think they want. That one of those chances to make man look foolish, like it says in the biblical text. It's all prophetic. But do you think I'm going to sit here in a mousy, well, God said, and maybe I should? No. It's a sense of dominance or dominion. A lot of people wouldn't even dare speak or think or communicate with source the way that I do. Again, that is that whole energy, like I said, of that wife of to be respectful and also be humbled and pay homage to, and also be, that's the only energy that can subdue my energy. That's the only energy on this plane right now that can subdue me. So why keep it away? It's gonna be more turmoil until that fucking happens. Because of the work that I put in, because of the genuineness of my heart, the authenticity of my fucking work, and others like me. They change if not. They want the truth, justice, and that's just what it is, or else. They don't waver. They might be slowed down by all these attacks and things like that, but they don't waver. It's fair and balanced. I don't care if somebody did something to me or not. It's still going to be a fair and balanced treatment. Because whatever you're doing to think you're harming me, you're doing nothing but helping me. It's like you throw that energy, it just makes me more powerful again, whether I'm speaking it or not, whether I'm communing directly with source or when I'm communicating with you. I'm very sure of what I'm talking about. It's not ego, it's not cockiness, it's very sure. So I guess that's it with that portion. That wraps it up. What I said about the, like I said, the Taurus, maybe Scorpio swap energy, wife swap energy, like again, these narratives of what they're saying with these names and stuff online about, real housewives stuff is really talking about some of you. I'm just saying. It's really, if you know how to read between the lines, you'll see what they're saying when it comes to these top stories that are online or whatever right now. And it always goes back to one energy, that capital energy. And whatever is coming out, whatever that's sourcing, or, these, it's like a million different, little wires reaching out to other energies. And again, they're biting the hand that feeds them. Wisdom in the Ruach energy is the only energy, it's described as a her in the Apocrypha. And it's the only energy that has gone through the motions here, okay? That capital energy, the Sekhmet energy, that Pentagon energy. So they don't know everything. They still need their group. They need to be put in that position so they can utilize their military, their this, their that, in order to do the work. But no, these people refuse to help or send a helping hand or acknowledge their fact, or, they want to call us domestic terrorists when they are the real domestic terrorists. You see what I'm saying? They're the ones robbing and raping and pillaging the people in the lands. It's been hijacked, period. And we talked about this already a year ago, and before that, and before that, and before that. So again, it's nothing new. It's just like, is anybody seeing now? Who's left? It's like that they live energy or zombified energy. Who's left? And how do we advance? How do we get together and move forward with this? How do people, how do we meet in the middle when it comes to those that are exalted and those that are considered to be in the underworld or in between? Because none of that really matters right now. These all have been things devices being used to divide and conquer. All the way down to the little groups of truthers and wokeism, and it's all still the same fucking thing. It's the same thing. When we're all on one mind, we just want the truth. We want justice. We want security. We want to take care of our families. We want a fair and balanced, you know what I'm saying? Bring everything like order to the court, period. And anyone, again, that's in there that's doing something corrupt, off with their fucking heads. We can find somebody else. They may not have the credentials that you, but again, all of these people have all these credentials and all these master's degrees and all these degrees, and they're still corrupt as hell. So let's just see, because we all know what it comes down to when it comes down to the college education and all this debt that's been built up with children, again, especially American children, where other countries take care of their people when it comes to health and education, possibly even energy. We know what it is here. You're already in debt by the time you get out of. Do you see what I'm saying? So I may not know all the political lingo and things like that, but I see it for what it is, and it's about bringing it down to layman's terms so everybody can understand. And then the people that do have those jobs and titles, if they're worthy, then they stay. If they're not, then they gotta go. We can't keep keeping people that are doing criminal activity in these positions of power. It just cannot be allowed anymore. If we want change, they'll promise change. They say it with their mouth, but they don't do it. They profess it with their mouth, but they don't really feel this. I feel like some people are regretful. There is a such thing as repentance. But someone has to be able to tell the truth about the whole thing so that we can assess and see what we can do to move forward. It's just not like, oh, yeah, just come on back when I don't know. Because every time I keep even allowing these people back in my energy, it's almost they just take something else and run off. So again, comes down to the fact of this hierarchy, and there's some people that are good and there's some people that will always do bad, and it's time to clean the shit up and stop using these credentials as ways to keep people out. If that was the case, somebody should have came directly to those that they already know are supposed to be in certain positions. They should have let them know. They're letting all these other people that they're trying to sneak in the back door know. Then come tell me, what credentials do you think that I need, when these same credentials have not worked to keep things running smoothly up until now? The money that we're spending or children are spending on college education could go into just them getting some kind of certificate and starting their own business and doing a damn good job and then supplying jobs for other people. But no. Everybody thinks there's only one way to do something, even though we've seen that many people have been prosperous without doing it that way. So, I'm pretty sure there's people with fake certificates that they've bought off. They just got their name signed on it and shit like that in order to try to overthrow the Empress or overthrow this that's supposed to be happening here that's been ordained by source, because they don't really worship God. They don't love God. These are the people that love Satan. They love this money being the root of all evil. When I say that, I mean, it's nothing wrong with being financially stable or even rich as a motherfucker. But at the end of the day, you know what I'm saying? Or even giving riches to certain people. If you're not giving it to the right people, they're not going to do the right things with them. Then what are you doing? So you could say we gave this much money, we gave this much, but obviously something needs to be checked out because it's not benefiting. So something's wrong here. You see? You can put these price tags on it all day, but if you're not giving it to the right people and the right things are not happening, then it was useless. So where's the money really going? There's so much things I want to say all the time, but I just forget. I lose track of thought sometimes because it's so much. There seems like there is something hidden here within my family as well. And I don't care. Like I said, I've already detached. I serve source. Again, I'm somebody that can truly say that's what I put first before anything, except for my youngest daughter. And it's been hard for me to kind of pull away if source is saying you might have to vacate from the scene or whatever, because I want to make sure that everything is okay with her before I do, because that's still a part of my responsibility here. And I want to make sure I'm not leaving her in the hands of someone that may be an altered energy that may then put her in a situation where she may be damaged or something of that nature. Knowing now what I know about how this shit operates and how these things occur. And it's almost like somebody wants me to leave my child behind, and it's like no child left behind. It's almost like even not without my fucking daughter, because I've seen too many things around here that I don't trust. I think people have even played in my energy, but they're not powerful enough to overtake it. They just slide little things in that I'd rather not have said, or why did I word that this way? You know what I'm saying? That's the only thing they can do. But I've seen actual people take over other people's fucking energy. They play in mine all day, but they can only scrape the surface. With others, again, if you don't believe in source, or if you're disconnected in that sense, it's going to make it seem like, because the gate is narrow. Many people are not going to get in. Many are going to be called, but only few are going to be chosen. So again, at the end of the day, if there's millions going this way, that's probably the wrong way, right? That's why they attack the people that go against the grain. They want to call them insane. Judge you because some of the words we choose to use because we're passionate are profane. But some of the people that are in these positions of power are doing way worse things than what's being said. You can't overlook the curse words or my passion, right? But you can overlook the foul things that these people that have all the credentials are doing behind the scenes. It makes no sense. It's about the heart. This is all a whole thing about love. Unconditional. Some of us still have a heart. Those are the ones that's going to heal the world. Where, like I said, money is fine. Yes, it's glorious. Fine. I have a very exquisite taste, but that doesn't mean I have to have every, you know what I'm saying? Like that. Okay, I'm not attacking people that have money. I wish that people would stop thinking that. What I'm saying is what you do with it. If you're using it to abuse people and do things and harm people and attack people, then you see what I'm saying? That's how it becomes the root of all evil. That it's only a fucking piece of fiat, a piece of paper that's just being printed and printed and printed. Now we're moving into coin, Bitcoin, pinnacles and shit like that. But I'm just saying. This is women probably working 24 hours a day, especially high priestess energy, because you're being evaluated because they fear you. They fear you coming together and not fighting over these masculines and doing all this stupid shit. They fear you coming together and coming against, directing that energy towards where it needs to go. Realizing that one person may be telling the story in this manner, but it's effective. It's affecting all of us. Conquer and divide. So it's just like, let the Empress be the Empress. People can stop trying to get the spot. It's never going to happen. Your makeup is not the fucking same. And give the people a chance to do whatever it is that we're supposed to be doing together. Everybody's going to be included. It's not no totalitarian energy or nothing, no Draco energy when it comes to me. And the people that I'm going to be dealing with. It's all about clarity. It's about, making things right. Hell, I don't care if we got to take some time to go back to the 10 Commandments and then go through some of these, because we know that some of these, mandates and some of this other stuff is just about money. All these other little fees and shit that we have to pay for everything. It's all about that kind of gain. And if it's not going back to the people, and if we still, it's still like, then we have to reconsider what the fuck is really going on here. America is broken. It's been hijacked. Portions of it sold off already, along with the people. We can call it left behind enemy lines if you want, but it is what it is. And I'm that's the energy that I'm in. I'm making a call. I want back what it is that's mine, so I can do what I'm sent here to do. And it's very selfless. They can call it selfish if they want. It's very selfless to me. We are the ones with the vision. We are the visionaries. That's why we're, they try to defile our image or attack our speech or alter our speech or do these things or put the mask on to mandate so we can't speak freely. We did a video on reading between the lines when we were talking about mandates and masks and the bioenergy. It's a lot of stuff. But people are going to probably find those videos about the speaking on other energy, and they're going to try to overload that and send the missiles this way. But I see what you're doing from a mile away, so it's not going to work. Not now, not today, not really ever. Take care.